had one of the most interesting things happen today when I went to do some grocery shopping. And usually I'm not the person that goes in that picks up the items. I like it to be more of an experience, so I'll go to one of the boutique grocery stores owned by like an international chain, and I don't mind bagging my groceries. I get great value and I like great selection. However, today I went into one of the traditional grocery stores and located in our area here because I was next to the bank and I was running some errands, and I was like, okay, in between meetings, and I knew I had about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get 2 or 3 things done errand wise. Well, when I'm going through the store, the key things that I went there for weren't on the shelf, and they had different sizes and shapes, but that was the reason why I went to that store. So I thought, well, this is weird. Okay, the 2 big things that I'm here for, that they're known for, they're out of stock. Second thing, when I'm walking around, I noticed that the boxes and the shelving and the storage and all of the stockers are doing it while I'm trying to navigate with my cart, right? And of course, that once again, go back to I'm there on a very limited time frame. And I thought, this is very unusual. Why are they stocking shelves while people are shopping? Okay, because, and I have a supply chain logistics background and purchasing background. So in my mind, I'm thinking, this doesn't make sense from a customer service experience. So I'm navigating my cart around, trying to move it around the pallets of items that they're putting away, which there's nobody standing there putting it away. It's like they just poured it into the aisle there, thinking that somebody was going to show up, or maybe they were on break, not sure. But I'm thinking, if I wanted this, I would have gone to one of like the big box stores, where instead of I'm going to, and I'm paying more prices, higher prices at a grocery store, right? So then I get to, not only am I not finding the items I need, but I'm being inconvenienced by the items that are blocking the aisles. But then I get up to the front and there's no one bagging groceries, so we are all in line. So now the cashiers are backed up. We're 2 or 3 deep. The gentleman behind me is starting to grumble. He's standing there with a cane. And I explained to him, I said, well, you know what? That's why I love, for example, to go to Lidl's, which is an international market. I don't mind bagging my own groceries. I actually bring a few bags and stuff in. But, I said, but I usually don't shop at this traditional grocery store. I said, but, this is unbelievable because we're paying higher prices to be here, and yet they don't even have baggers. Like, what is the world's going on? And so I thought, well, maybe it's just our aisle. So I looked down, and once again, the lines are backing up. And this has nothing to do with the pandemic. This has to do with that no one in leadership is paying attention to that the lines are backing up, that there's other people elsewhere in the store that could have been coming up, that could have been helping. Anybody can bag, okay? You don't have to know how to run the cash register to help bag groceries. So there's a lack of communication is what I'm sensing. And I teach customer service experience. So I just finished doing that for a large university last week. We were talking about how we make the students feel exceptional when we bring them back on the campus. How do we bring in new students into the campus? How do we leave such a hallmark effect on people that they're like, this is where I want to be, and I'm so glad I decided to be here. So as the story continues, so now I'm up to the line finally after I'm waiting 10, 15 minutes, and I'm thinking, I'm going to be late for my 11 o'clock. There's no way I'm going to make my 11 o'clock now because I've waited in line 10, 15 minutes just to get to the cash register, right? Then there's still no bagger there. And then I'm starting to bag my groceries. Okay, and at this point, now I'm trying to divide it because they're going to 2 different households, so I'm bagging. I'm not even watching what the lady's ringing up prices. I still don't know if I got the sale things that I picked out. I bought a few things of this because I have no idea. I need to go back and look at my receipt at this point. But usually I'm the one who's standing there talking to the cash register, cashier, having a conversation, looking at the prices that I'm being swiped for. Bling, bling, bling. No. I'm bagging my groceries. I'm pulling stuff. I'm putting it in the cart, right? And I'm trying, because guess what? The line's still long. So I know I'm holding up the people back here. I feel sorry for the cashier, Leanne. She's doing a wonderful job. And I mentioned to her, I say, hey, is management aware of this, that you have no baggers here? And she's like, I don't know where the baggers are. We have only one working today. And I'm like, okay, I get it. So I leave there and I go up to talk to the customer service because I'm thinking, well, I've been a director, I've been a vice president, I've been in senior leadership. If people don't know, then you can't improve the customer service experience. So here's the coup de grace that's happening. So I say to the team behind the cash register and the counter and everything, and I'm like, hey, is the manager here? I'd love to speak to him or her, please. Have some helpful feedback. And because this took way too long to be able to shop here and then try to get checked out. And then they start with the, well, we're short of this. People called in sick. We don't have enough baggers. Now, there's 3 or 4 of them standing behind the front desk, and they've been talking. And the line in front of everybody here is growing, which to me points out once again, leadership has not cross-trained people that when you see this, you need to be incentivized to go over and help. So they weren't incentivized, or either that, maybe they were told it's not their responsibility. I'm not sure. So I said, well, could you please give them a message for me and let them know that this is unacceptable? Now, this is the same grocery store. The last time I was there, I couldn't find a shopping cart. And management had decided that it was in their wisdom that they would move all the shopping carts to the far left-hand side of the building. And yet if you came in on the far right-hand side of the building, there are no shopping carts to be found. But they thought that looked more efficient, is what they explained to me. I had a conversation with them then too. I'm thinking, what are they doing, right? Could they make this any harder for me? So back to the story, I'm standing there at the counter. And the saddest thing was what the employees said to me. They said, ma'am, thank you for sharing your input. We really need you to tell them. And I said, well, I'm already late for my meeting. I'm missing it. I'm happy to share that. However, they're not here. So could you please give them the message again? And you know what they said to me? And it was just heartbreaking. They said, they won't listen to us. So did you hear me? The employees said, they won't listen to us. Are those your employees? Are you that manager? Are you working for a team of leaders and directors and vice presidents and chiefs that your employees think that? Are they the ones who are saying, they won't listen to us? Are your employees talking to you? Do they tell you the customers are unhappy and they're sharing what's going on? Think about it. Think hard. Have you heard that kind of input? Because it's always easier for us to say, we don't know how to make things better. We don't know how to fix things for the customer service experience. We don't know how to morph into what they need us to be, especially now with the pandemic and all of that. I get it. But there are ways that we can do. And the first thing is to listen and have awareness. So in my book, Collecting True Friends, it's not just about friendships that we find in our personal world, but it's about how do we treat one another as we're going into our daily lives. And one of the big concepts that I teach in there is awareness. Awareness is huge, and then discernment is second. So just like I was explaining, we're all lined up in line. People are starting to grumble. There's no awareness. You know daggone well that the security cameras could see things. You know that there was an entourage of people, other people that could have helped. It's awareness, but then it's discernment on top of awareness. Are your people ready to critically think through? Do they know what you want them to do so that you are that place, that service, that product, that location, that your people turn around and go, wow, it was an incredible experience. You've got to go there. Go there. It's amazing. That's what I'm talking about. That's the exceptional customer experience. And if you'd like to have more conversations, reach out to me. I wanted to make sure that I shared that story while it was fresh in my mind with you today, because we can all provide a customer experience that is just amazing. Whether it's inpatient, we used to call it the patient healthcare experience when I was an administrator. It can be anywhere. Now I'm a business consultant and I know how important that is when I work with my clients. So ask yourself where you are, and then if you're actually the customer, are you communicating? I tried several times to share it and communicate it instead of just grumbling. So if something's off in your experience, try to share it. And hopefully you won't hear those horrible, sad words where the employees just say, they won't listen to me. They won't listen to me. So let's be better than that, and let's all give each other excellent customer service in everything that we do. Stay well, stay blessed. I'm Elizabeth Duncan-Hawker. If you're interested in the book, you can go to collectingtruefriends.com and grab a copy there. The things you learn in your personal life will also help you in your business life, I promise you. Have a blessed day. Take care.